Good Saturday afternoon, everyone. Let me get my side chat pulled up. It appears I went to bed and I've been busy then today that a lot of nonsense has been going on from that drunk, otherwise known as Vegas Vixen. Hello, Michaela. Let me give the room a little time to populate here. Hey, Clancy. And we will discuss some things. For the record, I didn't listen to anything she had to say. I guess she deleted a lot of things. Hey, Thelma Lou. Hey, Steve. Um, I guess she deleted a lot of things, and the one that's up, hey, Tammy, I didn't uh, bother to listen to. Hey, Mike. Vegas Vixen. That's basically the only drunk that I ever talk about. Let's see. I was sent some screenshots. Apparently, hey, Eclair. I'm not going to be looking at the side chat for a few moments. So if anybody comes in that I miss, I'm sorry. Welcome, welcome, welcome to everyone. I see one that she deleted was called Part One. You asked for it. Now I've got the money and time, whatever that means. Um, Somebody said she insinuated something about a gag order. Well, good. I hope you get a gag order because you know what a gag order means, you old drunk dumbass? A gag order means that you can no longer mention me or mine and lie about us. That's what it means. Like the title that you have here on your hangout that's still up that I haven't listened to says Thomas thinks Boris likes boys. That's a lie. You can't even spell Thomas because you're so drunk. Thomas is Thomas, idiot. And hey, Blake, when you get a gag order, that means that you're not going to be able to speak about anything. So I hope you do have some money, and I hope you do. And see, that is just about like you. Hey, Carla, you've been begging and crying and saying that you don't have any money and this, that, and the other, and you get a little bit of money supposedly, and you want to use it for something stupid instead of doing something for your kids. Do you know in the 4 years that I have known you, I have never one time heard you say anything that you have either done for your children or done with your children? Never. Never heard it. Not one single time have I ever heard you say you've planned a birthday party, you've taken them trick or treating, you've been to a school function. I've never heard you say anything that you've done with those boys. Nothing. But what I have seen you do a lot of is obsess over Boris and the fact that he wants nothing to do with you. That's what I've seen. Sorry again, guys. Like I said, I'm not looking at side chat. I'm looking at my phone. Hey, Luna. Lovely Luna. Bort News Network says, we have no idea how Rorie raises her children and takes care of her husband while she's drunk on harassing people. Exactly. Hey, Namaste. So I'm just going to go through, first of all, and address, hey, Jennifer, things that I was sent. Okay, first of all, we went over the fact last night that Vegas Vixen lied for 2 years and said that she had a restraining order against Boris. She said a restraining order had been granted by a judge and that she had a restraining order on him. Okay? Not that she filed one. Blake says, what are you talking about, Lindy? There's videos left behind to allow them to see later in the future. I'm talking about what I've been sent. It looks like she's deleted a lot of stuff because there's only one video up at this point. Didn't Kat's husband say in the divorce paperwork that Kat had given Rorie all kinds of money? Yes, he did. Paid her car payments, paid her to be with, be an assistant and all that kind of stuff. Yes, 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 and yes. Hey, Bean. So it looks like she deleted this one that I was sent just the title of here. And I know somebody said that Boris had done a uh, video hangout something about it, but I haven't listened to that either. Then we've got chimping in, otherwise known as chiming in Cindy. She says in the side chat to Vegas, I saw what Boris did. He did show guns. He's a prepper. Showing a gun and showing what type of a gun someone has is not threatening to kill someone and their mother, which is what Vegas lied and said when she tried to get a restraining order. She lied and said that Boris had threatened her and her mother. Now, back to the restraining order. She lied through all of the paperwork on it. She knew what his address was. She put down a fake address for him, and she put down a fake phone number for him. I know you'll listen to this, Vegas. I know you will because you're that narcissistic. If I wanted to Monday morning go and fill out paperwork to try to get a restraining order on a loaf of bread, I could do that. You can sue a sandwich. You can sue a sandwich in any state. You're going to look like a fool. It's going to be thrown out, but it's your prerogative to do so if that's what you're so inclined. Hey, Matronista. So you going and filling out paperwork that's full of lies about Boris doesn't mean anything. You have shown this paperwork on a monthly basis for the past 3 years. You have shown this paperwork on a monthly basis, hey hipster, for 3 years. And every month that you show it, people can see that you filed a restraining order, but you were not granted one. Are you this stupid? If you go back to a video hangout from August of 2018 that's on the Stinky Wrinkle channel, you will see where she and I were on panel together for the first time, and she thought that she was going to over-scream me and blah, 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 and it didn't happen. She ended up getting mad leaving the panel because I wasn't going to put up with the nonsense. I wasn't going to put up with the lies. I wasn't going to put up with any of that. Now, you want to just be clear about this? Let's be clear. It became public knowledge. Hey, Diane, it became public knowledge in February of 2016 that Boris and I were involved. Public knowledge in 2016, February 2016. Anybody want to guess what month that she filed her fake restraining order? If you guessed February 2016, ding, 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 you'd be right. You'd be right. So what does that sound like to you all? Someone who's a bit jealous? Why in the world would she all of a sudden, when she finds out that he and I are talking to each other, all of a sudden file a fake restraining order? As a matter of fact, the night that she got drunk and told everybody that she was doing it, he and I were on the phone with each other. It was about 2 or 3 o'clock in the morning. And he got an email and somebody said, Vegas wants you to see this paperwork. And he read it. We talked about it. He went live and he debunked all the things that she had wrong on it. Hey, Joe. And it just shows that you were jealous. That's all it was. You were jealous is what it was. Hold on, hipster. Yeah, I'm going to address that, hipster. Thank you. She was jealous because she knew that it was something that she would never have, and that's what she wanted. Boris is what she wanted. Okay, let me get back to my screenshots here. So
Somebody said, looks like she's going to be suing Lyft and trying to sue Lindy. Well, try, honey, try. Try away, because I've got just a whole stockpile of evidence against you. So come on, bring it on, sister. Bring it on. Hey, VMAC. Uh, do you have any idea how stupid you look showing? Did she ask for dick pics? No, she did not. That was Corey that asked him for that. She did not. But she lied and told everybody she had them, which she didn't. Do you know how stupid you look continuing to show the same papers for 3 years that prove you only filled out paperwork to file for a restraining order? I could do that. I could fill out a piece of paper to try to get a restraining order over every person in here. Am I going to get it? No, I'm not. But the lie is this. You told everybody that the judge granted you a restraining order against Boris for 2 years. Not that you filed for it, not that it was denied. You told everybody that you filed for a restraining order. Filing a restraining order, in her mind, somehow makes her think, oh, I had grounds for this and I was justified because I filed for a restraining order. No, it doesn't. You had no grounds to file for one, and that's why you lied on the paperwork. I could file for a restraining order on you, Rorie. It doesn't mean that I'm going to get one or that I'm justified. You've never met Boris. Ever. He's never threatened you. You have no grounds for a restraining order. Okay, let's move along. Then we've got Crazy Andrea over there that says her twang is getting more pronounced. I'm Southern, Andrea. Okay, I'm Southern. Get over it. Get over it. You claim you're from Kentucky. You should be Southern too. You know what? At least when I speak, Andrea, and when I laugh, it doesn't sound like I've got the death rattles like it sounds like you do. You sound like you have the death rattles because you're such a heavy smoker that when you speak and when you laugh, it sounds just like the death rattles. Okay? Now let's move along to that lovely, lovely person, Mallory. That lovely person, Mallory. Mallory says her rapist, meaning mine, is probably going to sue her for damages, meaning me. Yeah, Andrea said that hipster was a shit stir. Far from it. Far from it. And you think that's a cool thing to say, Mallory. Her rapist is probably going to sue her for damages. But anybody says boo to you and you play the trans card. Anybody says boo to you and you're all up in somebody's ass about playing the trans card. Then you say, Mallory says, Vegas, that woman is nothing but a troll who runs a glorified troll chat. You've given that nasty person enough time. I'm not a troll, nor are the people in my side chat trolls, Mallory. You seem to have a huge problem with me, Mallory. Is it because I've got a head full of gorgeous red hair and that I am actually a genetic female? Is that what your problem is? Is that what your problem is? And normally, I don't say things like this, and if people are insulted, I'm sorry. But I am sick and tired of this woman playing the victim every time somebody says boo to her, but she can say everything that she wants to and trash everybody else because she thinks that she is protected because she's trans. Being trans doesn't give you the gold card to run around and say horrible shit about other people. It doesn't. And the fact that you're over there with a wrench cheerleading for a drunk, pathological liar like Vegas Vixen pretty much tells me all I need to know about you. Vegas is a troll. She admits that she's a troll. Kat has admitted that they trolled people while they pretended to be me. So you're wanting to talk about trolls, and you're over there being a wrench holder for a pathological liar and a troll. And Luna said it right here. Trans or not, if you act like a dick, you'll be treated as such. Exactly. Exactly. Then she wanted to say yesterday, I bet Lindy has a dirt driveway. No, I don't. But what's wrong with a dirt driveway? You've got wild chickens running around in your backyard, Mallory. Not chickens that are in, not the new urban thing with chickens, not the new cute little chicken houses. Hey, Mel B. Not any of that. Not any of that. You've got wild chickens that come over from your neighbors that are in your backyard. You're living in a dilapidated 1970s trailer in your sister's backyard, driving a Mr. Magoo car with dried up old straw hair that looks like if anybody even blowed hot air your way, that your whole head would go up in flames. Your whole head would go up in flames. You're a nothing and you're a nobody. And you can take your Malorizing and you can fold it in three corners and you can stick it where the sun don't shine. You came to this community, Mallory, trying to grow by cheering for Elvis. By cheering for Elvis. And now you're cheering for a pathological liar, Vegas Vixen. Then we've got, and I'm only going to mention this briefly, then we've got that signature MR, which is TM Movies. And he says, I've heard the drama community's going to bust lying Lindy out big time. Bust me out for what, you idiot? Bust me out for what? I have been doxxed. 100% doxxed. Family has been called. Friends on my Facebook have been called. I have been 100% doxxed. The only thing that you don't know about me right now is my blood type and my address. And you're not going to know those things. You're not going to know those things. So the drama community, the crime community, the romper room community, the Bert and Ernie community, the liars community, bring it on, bitches. I'll take every single one of you on myself. Got it? Signature? Got it? So please take that message back to them. I will take every single one of them on myself. I've done nothing to anybody in that community. I have said nothing about anybody in that community. And all you are is a shit stirrer, desperate to try to come up with content. Content. Yes, I am, Julio. Yes, I am. So take that and put it in your pipe and smoke it. Let me see if I missed anything here. Okay, let's go back to the video that she has up now, which, like I said, I haven't listened to. I'm just addressing the title of it. The title says, Thomas thinks Boris likes little boys. Oh, Thomas thinks Boris likes boys. Well, number one, if Boris was a homosexual and he's not. But if he was, it wouldn't be boys. That makes it sound like someone is going after little kids. It wouldn't be boys. It would be men. Men, okay? But that's a moot point because he's not a homosexual. Furthermore, Thomas has never thought he was. That's your lie. That is your lie, Vegas. That yours and Kat's. That, let's see, Namaste says, Lindy, I'm from the drama community and obviously I haven't heard anyone talk about you. I didn't figure as much. It's just them lying. It's just lying. And forgive me, I'm still not looking at the side chat right this moment. I'm trying to get my side chat pulled up on my phone. Hold on one second. It's hard for me to see on my iPad when I'm going through this Hangout app. I end up missing people and I don't want to miss anybody. Okay, now I've got my side chat pulled up. This is how the conversation went with Thomas. When we were all in a private hangout in March of 180 said I'm stalking him. He wishes. He wishes. I haven't even seen him around anywhere in over a week now. Let's see. Yeah, okay, I got it pulled up now. That's right. Luna has to do what I command. Because these people think that I have powers and that I can tell people who they should like and who they shouldn't like. And if I tell Hipster, you better go block XYZ. Boy, she better go block XYZ because she doesn't want my wrath. That's how dumb these people are. How the whole thing with Thomas went down is we were in that private hangout. It was the very week that the twins had been born prematurely, and Kat was yelling, I want to talk to Thomas. I want to talk to Thomas. And Thomas was like, I ain't talking to that nasty bitch. I don't have anything to say to that fat hog. I think that was his exact words. And he said, I have nothing to say to that nasty old skank. And then she yelled something about the only people in the drama community that speak on you are the Dave supporting Trump. Well, they will learn very quickly what Dave really is. So then she's yelling, we're on this private hangout, and she's yelling, well, what about Boris? What about Jim? What about blah, blah, blah? And Thomas, being a man, speaking about another man that he doesn't like, he either said he's a cum guzzler or he's a something. I mean, he did say something to that effect. But I'm going to tell you something. Every man that I've ever known has made comments like that about other men that they didn't like. Yes, we hear you. Shh. Now, I didn't let you in here to take over the show. Yes, Happy Meal, we are. Every man that I have ever known that gets mad and speaks about a man he doesn't like will say that they're gay or they're this or they're that. It does not mean that he thinks that Thomas is gay. Lying Cat said that I told Thomas that Jim was my gay best friend. Bullshit. Never happened. Never happened. For that, as far as that goes, Thomas listens to all of my hangouts. He would be very clear on knowing that he's not. Okay? That's just more of your lies. Hey, tribe. Julio. So, I hope we're clear on some things, Vegas. You can take that piece of paper that you got with your fat sausage fingers and you can show it until the end of time, and it doesn't prove anything. It doesn't prove anything. This is exactly why in 2015 you were given the name of Casey Anthony, because you stay drunk all the time and you avoid your children. You avoid your children. The other night when you were drunk, and you were very much drunk, your son came and called you to supper twice. Twice. And you were drunk and you ignored him. You ignored him. What a good mother you are. I don't know a single mother that would have done something like that. Not a single mother do I know that would have done something like that. But that's just par for the course with you. You've always put the bottle in front of your children. Always. Always put the bottle in front of your children. And I still stand by what I say. A woman that had been sexually assaulted would not say the words, "I didn't even know that I had been assaulted." No woman that had been raped or sexually assaulted would say the words, "I didn't even know that I had been sexually assaulted." Trust me, you would know it. You would know it. You also would not be running to the internet to talk about it within 12 hours of it happening. You know, I remember when you first started talking about going to work for Lyft and Uber, and I said, wow, I can't believe, hey Cheryl, I can't believe that Randy is okay with that. And you said, I do what I want to do. I don't care what he likes and what he doesn't like. And I said at the time, I said, that's a very dangerous job for a woman to have on her own. A very dangerous job. And now you claim that you were assaulted while on that job. But oh, Lindy was wrong when I said that. You got all kind of mad because I said that. Well, I'm sure Randy's on disability. I'm sure he's on disability because he has had numerous heart attacks. He has had numerous heart attacks. So I'm sure he's on disability. You know, she was giving Bergs a hard time the other night about living with his parents, but they live in a house that's owned by Randy's parents and they don't pay any rent. There's no way that they could afford to pay rent because Vegas doesn't work. The only job that she's had in 5 years is, in the 4 years that I've known her, is, hey five, is the time that she worked for Uber. That's it, Uber and Lyft. That's the only job that I've ever known her to have. You can't call her makeup a job because, you know, she really didn't make anything off of that. I keep getting these stupid texts about Amazon something. Mel said, I had a great job lined up for her. She bolted with Kat instead. Oh, really, Mel? Really? I don't understand why she can't work a real job. I mean, her kids are in school full time. Randy is the one that's a quote unquote stay at home dad. So why in the world can she not work a regular 9 to 5 job? I don't get it. Yeah, work at Michael's or something. And somebody said that you said something about that Boris just wanted to see you naked. Nobody wants to see you naked. Nobody. Nobody wants to see you naked. You look like Mrs. Beasley. Boris was right. You look like Mrs. Beasley. Nobody wants to see you naked, Rorie. Nobody. See? Because they don't want to work, Mel. They do not want to work. I don't think Rorie's ever been super hot. I think her hair is so nasty. She acts like that hair is something wonderful, And it's nasty. All she does is pull it up in a Mrs. Beasley bun. Let me see if I can find something here. Excuse me, Sailor. I need your table, son. I need your table. I don't know if I can make this work or not. Hold on a second.